Welcome to the Tiger Men's Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Sean Nadlin. And coach, the Tigers traveled up to Drexel. You were 2-0 heading into the game. Drexel 1-1 in the conference. They had lost a tough one to Fairfield on the previous Saturday. And this game tied up at 5 at halftime. Then you guys go up 7-5 early in the third quarter. Drexel fights back. Then you go on a 4-0 run. 2 goals by Mikey Weishauer, named CAA Player of the Week again, and Chuck Batuzek with 2 goals. I want to focus on him for a second. Here is a kid that has been with you for 4 years, has barely played. Now he's getting his opportunity, and boy, is he taking advantage.
Yeah, he came out big for us, as you know, there in the Drexel game. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by injury throughout his career, so he's been in and out of practice and the lineup, so to speak. Always been a dangerous guy, like that we felt like could really be dangerous for us.
And helps the team's grade point average.
He's very smart, no doubt. Future accountant. He's had a job since his sophomore year, internship. So he's had a job for 2 years already. But again, I can't be more excited for Chuck, for how he really, put us in position to win that game in the fourth quarter, especially making some plays, obviously, during the game. And, as we got into, him and feeling the groove in that second midfield line, Alex Roussel, I thought, had a really strong game too, helping out Chuck. We were really just riding those guys and riding the momentum that they were giving us.
You really played the second midfield a lot on Saturday.
Yeah, it was almost exclusively that entire fourth quarter, just with, again, the momentum they were giving us, the plays they were making. Drexel was playing us really tough, really physical game. You could probably feel that. Not surprising, right? CAA Drexel Towson game. But it kind of took us definitely a while to understand, get away from what Drexel wanted us to do and get back to doing what we know we can do and how we want to play offense. And that's what that second midfield line was giving us, is the ball movement, keeping things moving, keeping the bodies moving, and generating good opportunities. The
other thing was Kai Lopez did a really fine job at the face-off circle, which gave you the opportunities to be able to score.
Yeah, those things kind of tied into each other, being able to gain possession off the face-off and then capitalizing on it with the offensive possessions and being able to make that 4-goal run to give us that spread. So really excited for Kai, freshman. His entire high school team was there at the game, so I'm sure he had a little bit more juice to him. Matt was doing well. I thought overall, face-off wise, we had a decent day. Some things that we want to continue to look at from the wings, but Kai, really stepped up and showed a lot of poise for a freshman in that situation.
Did you make some type of a defensive adjustment on Max Semple, because he scored 3 goals early and then was never heard from again?
Nothing too much. Again, we just want to make sure we knew where he was. He got those goals and a little bit of unsettled. We slid to him on one and he shrugged off, Sam Morin and then just hammered that one. So, you don't want to let him get hot, and we did early. So I think the defense just took notice a little bit more. We didn't recognize, hey, we need to shut them off or double them. There weren't really any adjustments like that. It's just paying attention to them.
And your defense played really well in the second half. You only gave up 3 goals. One was very late when the game was out of reach, so you had to be pleased with the defensive effort.
Yeah, better. I think a better outing for us overall. We talked about that, I think, in the last talk in regards to we haven't really been playing as good a defense as we know we can, and I think we took a good step forward against Drexel, and we want to continue to build that.
All right, well, this week the Tigers will travel to the beach, and I know you'll have your bathing suit ready.
Sunblock ready to go.
Tigers will take on Monmouth on Saturday afternoon up in New Jersey. They're coming off a 29-4 victory over Hampton. They come into the game at 1-2 in the CAA. You look, and I guess some of their stats are going to be skewed because of last week's game, but they are a team that has put up double-digit goals in many games.
Yeah, they're a dangerous offensive team for sure. They do a good job up and down the field, but looking at their games, specifically in the CAA, they've been right there all the way, up until into that fourth quarter. Drexel was a tough game. Hofstra was a tough game. They're a team that knows how to score goals. They can score goals quickly. They have some pretty potent guys.
And their goalkeeper, Holler is 52% save percentage, so
Yeah.
he's done a nice job.
Strong goalie, lefty. So again, can throw off some offenses. We haven't been great against lefties this year, so hopefully this gives us an opportunity to just keep playing.
How do you
strong.
adjust to that?
I mean, you got to know obviously what side the stick is on, and make sure that you're not just popping it right into where think the open net's going to be. Know that his stick's going to be there, and good shooters know how to shoot away from a goalie's body and put it in good spots. So we want to continue to emphasize, taking good shots from good spots.
All right, so the Tigers and the Hawks will do battle on Saturday at noon. I'll have the call for you on TowsonTigers.com. For the head coach of the Tigers, Sean Nadlin, I'm Spiro Marikis. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Men's Lacrosse Report.